It's one of our biggest events of the year on Songs of Praise. Come and support our choirs as they compete to become Young Choir Champions 2019. Recordings take place next weekend on Saturday 9th and Sunday 10th of March at Victoria Hall in Bolton. Free tickets are available via our website bbc.co.uk/Songs of Praise. The programmes will be presented by Aled Jones, who sings our next hymn, joined by one of the judges for the Young Choir competition, Russell Watson.
In Christ alone, my hope is found. He is my light, my strength, my song.
This cornerstone, this solid ground, firm through the fiercest drought and storm.
What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are still, when striving cease.
My comforter, my all in all, here in the love of Christ I stand. In Christ alone, who took on flesh, fullness of God in a helpless babe.
This gift of love and righteousness, scorned by the ones he came to save. Till on that cross as Jesus died, the wrath of God was satisfied. For every sin on him was laid.
Here in the death of Christ I live. There in the ground his body lay, light of the world by darkness slain.
Then bursting forth in glorious day, up from the grave he rose again. And as he stands in victory, sin's curse has lost its grip on me. For I am his, and he is mine, bought with the precious blood of Christ. No guilt in life, no fear in death. This is the power of Christ in me. No power of man, no scheme of man can ever pluck me from his hand, till he returns or calls me home. Here in the power of Christ I'll stand.
The courtyard here in St James's Church is home to a market 7 days a week, with many Christians making ethical choices based on their faith about where they buy their consumer products. Today, I'm setting up a stall as part of Fair Trade Fortnight. Many churches have stalls selling ethically sourced goods all year round, not just this fortnight. Tim Aldred works for a charity which is aiming to give farmers a fair price for their produce. Now, Tim, I know you're from Fair Trade. I'm a bit confused because we're setting up a trade craft stall here. So what's the connection?
Well, there are lots of companies that work with Fair Trade, but Tradecraft is one of the organisations, along with other big charities, that came together to set up the Fair Trade mark 25 years ago. And Tradecraft's also hugely important for churches, because for many congregations, they will have a Tradecraft stall just like this at the back of their church.
We have one of these in our church back in Leith.
Do you? We do in ours as well.
Fair Trade is an umbrella foundation for many different Christian and non-Christian organisations and identifies ethically sourced goods.
If you're buying a product, you know that there are a set of human rights standards, environmental standards that apply, but crucially that the farmers and workers are getting extra money and will decide themselves how that extra money is spent. So I've seen schools in Colombia, hospitals in Kenya that are there because of the extra money.
The issues are complex and the charity is not immune from criticism. In recent years, some have questioned the effect it's had on other farmers and the amount of money it's paying its own producers.
We do try to listen hard when there is criticism and to put that learning into practice. We've held a long consultation about the prices that are paid for fair trade cocoa, and prices are going to go up by 20% following that consultation.
And what about the environment?
You know, when you talk to a farmer, one of the first things that they're going to talk about is the climate, is the changing weather. It makes such a difference to them. In West Africa, where cocoa is grown, there are risks that cocoa production will contract by a huge amount if the climate predictions are correct. And it's really right that we invest in it. I can only see that importance growing as the years go forward. Right in the law of Moses are concerns not to cheat the hired workers, to use fair weights and measures in the marketplace. And the people that we trade with, even though they are thousands of miles away, they are our neighbours. So we're asked for that relationship to be a relationship of love and fairness.
Next week, Sean Fletcher joins Christians in Oxford as he takes on a generosity challenge. And the Reverend Rose Hudson Wilkin tells Claire McCullum about the meaning of the season of Lent. We end today with an uplifting hymn of praise about God's enduring love for us and for all his creation. Until next time, goodbye.
I Sister Hilda's making dreams come true in the last Call the Midwife of the series tonight at 8 on BBC One. And doing for gas meter readers what Luther did for night buses. Another tense episode of Baptiste follows at 9.